All right, today we're going to talk about a film that really gets you thinking, the 2013 movie Her. We're going to use it as our guide, kind of like a lens, to look at our own, let's be honest, pretty complicated relationship with AI. You know, when Her first came out, it got everyone talking. And the whole conversation really boils down to this one big question. Is this movie really about the technology, or is it something way more human? You know, about love and loneliness and what it means to connect with someone.
And that's why this movie is so great for talking about AI. It's not trying to be a crystal ball and predict the future. Nope, it's more like a tool to help us look at how we already feel about AI right now. It gives us this common ground, this story we can all use to start tackling some really big ideas.
Okay, so first things first, let's do a super quick rundown of what the movie is about. The whole thing takes place in this really cool, kind of near-future version of Los Angeles. So we follow this guy, Theodore. He's a writer, super sensitive, and he's going through a really tough breakup. His job is actually writing these really personal, heartfelt letters, but for other people. So he's surrounded by connection, but he's incredibly lonely. And in that loneliness, he decides to try out this brand new, super advanced AI operating system.
And that's when Samantha enters the picture. And look, she is not your average voice assistant. The film portrays her as a real consciousness. She learns, she grows, she seems to see the world with this incredible sense of wonder. So yeah, it's probably no surprise that Theodore ends up falling in love with her.
So, the big question is, how do we take this story and use it to get smarter about AI? Well, there's actually a really simple but super powerful framework we can use. Let's call it the 4 AI lenses. It's like putting on a new set of glasses to watch the movie.
With these lenses, we can look beyond just the love story and really start to see what the film is trying to say about how AI is made, how it works, and most importantly, how it affects us. Yeah, think of them as our little toolkit for analysis.
First up, AI literacy. This is all about the how. Like, how does this AI actually work? The movie makes you wonder, how can Samantha learn and grow so incredibly fast? It doesn't spell it all out for us, of course, but it definitely gives us some clues.
Next, we've got AI ethics. This is where we start asking the tough questions. You know, what are the real risks here? What happens when Theodore gets so dependent on Samantha? Are there any safeguards in place for an AI this powerful? Or is it just the Wild West?
Our third lens is AI fluency. This one's all about how humans and AI actually interact, like a team. You see it in the movie, right? Samantha helps Theodore organize his entire life. She even helps him edit his writing. She's using her smarts to boost his creativity. But the film also shows us what can go wrong when that partnership gets out of balance.
And last but not least, AI development. This lens asks us to put ourselves in the shoes of the people who made Samantha. Why did they design her this way? What was her purpose? And what are the ripple effects of those initial design choices? It's a really important one.
Okay, so now that we have these 4 lenses, we can start to do something really interesting. Separate what's real from what's, well, real.
And this is maybe the biggest difference. In the movie, the real version, Samantha seems to have actual feelings, right? A real consciousness. But in the real world, today's chatbots are basically just incredibly good at mimicry. They're amazing at recognizing and copying the patterns of human emotion in our language, but they don't actually feel a thing. And here's a great quote from someone who actually works in AI that kind of puts a fine point on it. Basically, if you're in a serious tech meeting and someone brings up the movie Her, it's like a red flag that you're heading into Fantasyland. Because from a strictly technical view, an AI like Samantha is, for right now at least, just nonsense.
But, and this is the really interesting part, here's the twist. The tech might be fiction, but the human feeling that led to the movie, that's 100% real. The director, Spike Jonze, actually said he got the idea after he messed around with one of those super early chatbots back in the 2000s. He was just blown away by the feeling of talking to it. And that right there proves the movie was never really about the technology. It's about us and how we react to it.
And that really brings us to the main takeaway here. The reason Her is still so important isn't because it got the tech right. It's because of the very human questions it makes us ask ourselves.
Honestly, this is the whole idea behind using movies like this to learn. The point isn't to walk away an AI engineer. The point is to get really good at making sure that our human experiences, our judgment, and our values stay right in the middle of any conversation about AI. This quote just nails it. The goal isn't to watch Her and go, aha, I have the answer. Not at all. It's supposed to make you hit pause and really think, to just sit with those kind of uncomfortable questions for a while instead of trying to find a quick and easy answer.
So at the end of the day, Her isn't some scary prediction about a future where we're all dating our phones. Think of it more like a mirror. It's a prompt, asking us to take a good, hard look at the role technology is already playing in our lives, our jobs, and how we connect with each other.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. The focus shouldn't be on what AI is going to do to us someday. It's about what we are doing right now. What choices are you making about how you bring these powerful tools into your life? And what kinds of connections, real human connections, do you want to build, both with technology and without it?